Today, I'm going to tell you why you're never too old to start a new career. I'm Lisa Johnson, a multi-six-figure business coach, and in 2 years, I've built a business online where I make 80% of my income from passive and semi-passive income streams. It's really funny actually when you think about it. The majority of people settle down into their career in their 30s and almost have the mindset that they've done the long yards and can hit the cruise control button, when in fact they're merely a decade into a work life that will span more than 5 decades. That's only 20 to 25% in. And on that basis, we really aren't even hitting the halfway mark until we're 45 years old. So why is it such a big deal to consider changing your career at this or a later point? The people around you are talking about retiring, maybe having another child. They say they feel tired and that they're getting old, that they have wrinkles and can't handle the late nights anymore. Comes with age, right? But you don't feel like that. You've got a fire in your belly. Something is pulling at your soul. You don't feel old at all. If anything, you feel more energized and committed than you have ever done. You don't recognize the place that other people around you are in. You recognize that you could achieve so much in the next 10, 20 or 30 years. In fact, you feel like you can achieve a hell of a lot in 3 months, 6 months or a year. You could put your heart and soul back into doing what you love and not do it in pursuit of money or fame, but because it's your passion. Because you enjoy the journey, you enjoy the commitment, you enjoy the process, the self-development, the reward of the doing, the creativity. But you know it's going to be a lonely ride, right? Because people won't really get it. And that's a little scary. They'll probably think it's a midlife crisis, like you're going back to doing something you used to do when you were young. They'll probably think you're a bit old for all of that. But here's the thing, you're exactly the right age to do this. You're exactly in the right place to do this. This is exactly the right time. There has never been a better time. There has never been a better moment to get restarted. I think it's time we shifted some perception, not just in society, but our own mindsets about ourselves too. It's time to get into the 21st century. Age is nothing. If we can live in a society that can be gender neutral, where people can be any colour or creed, where we're valued for the contribution we make and the value we add, then we can do exactly the same about age. Here's the thing for me. I only just feel like I'm coming into my own as a woman in my early 40s. This feels like I've actually arrived, that I'm becoming who I was meant to be. And it's a far stretch from the careers I spent my 20s and 30s in. Only now do I feel like I'm the best version of me, and I've got so much to give. My experiences have made me who I am, and I've grown and developed through all of them. We could do with being a bit kinder to ourselves and each other. If we acknowledged our experience and our skills that we've gathered along our journey, rather than seeing ourselves and others as too old, we'd be able to see the value and the transferability of those skills and all of that experience. The real beauty in changing career a little later in life is that you're far more likely to be comfortable enough and have a cushion to go into something because you really love it and are passionate about it, not because you need it. Being able to go in with this approach means you can be the real you and bring the best version of you to the party. The only thing that's important about changing your career is that you have a growth mindset. You have the desire to constantly learn and want to get better and do more. It's never too late to start something new, so don't hold yourself back because you think it's inappropriate. If you feel like you don't have the right knowledge, skills, or you're not down enough with the kids, then don't sweat it. The world moves forward at such a pace that we're all out of date after we've had a night's sleep anyway. Every day is a new day, and every day is a school day. If you're someone who has that niggle in their gut, if you've had unfulfilled dreams for years, if you'll be left with regrets if you don't try, then it's time to take some action. If you think there's a way, then you should absolutely go for it. The biggest mistake you'll make will not be anything to do with your new career. The biggest mistake people make is that they quit too early. They give up on themselves. They believe that they're past it. I'd love to hear some stories of you biting the bullet and making those big career changes in your life. Tell me in the comments below if you've ever used the too old excuse or held back for fear of feeling too old. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it too.